Hello, class, and welcome to week 3. I bring you greetings from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where it is the last day of the Southern Association for Counselor Education and Supervision for their conference. And later this afternoon, I'll be presenting on diversity and inclusion in the online classroom, using creativity in the online classroom to address diversity and inclusion. It's a topic that I'm quite passionate about, and it's also the topic of our course, and so it just has so much relevance, not only in the profession, but in the world we live in today. This week is an important week because you're going to begin to be thinking about how you address differences, how you address client differences in session, and it really the resources that you have this week, the reading materials, will really get you thinking about that. The case studies that you will see in your textbook in chapter 2 especially are bomb.com. Now, people hate when I say bomb.com, but they really are very good case analyses, and they really help you to think about how you would respond if this really were your client sitting across from you. So really do read the readings. What's different about your discussion this week, so this week, as with most weeks, you have a discussion post due on Thursday, but Sunday's response post asks you to incorporate scholarly resources. And so some of you have been in your discussion post talking about the readings, but this week in particular, when I look at how you respond to your student peers, I'm going to be looking at your integration of some of the resources that you've been learning and studying in this course. And so if you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to reach out. Our quote from the week comes from Clint Smith, and I've also attached his TED Talk. It's very small. I know you have so much to do in this course, but I hope you can take I can't remember if it's 2 to 5 minutes. It's like 2.5 to 3 minutes, however long it takes to watch this TED Talk. I teach diversity quite often. I even teach it to undergrads, and I always show this Clint Smith TED Talk. And so it's so true. Sometimes all people want to be is human. And his 4 core principles, I feel like should be the guiding principles of any classroom. Read critically, write consciously, speak clearly, and tell your truth. And I think when we do those things, and when we allow our clients to tell their truths, it makes it less likely that we will project our assumptions onto them, or even if we were to have our biases. The more we listen to our clients, the more we become students of our clients' world, the less likely we are to project those biases upon clients. And so I just encourage you to look at this TED Talk. And I actually had a moment of conviction because I teach you all. I also sometimes teach undergraduates, and I showed this TED Talk to undergraduate students. And in the TED Talk, Clint Smith mentions Matthew Shepard. And my assumption is that everybody knows a story about Matthew Shepard. It was such a huge deal, as I was growing up. And it occurred to me that for undergraduate students today, they might not know who Matthew Shepard is. And so that's an assumption that I made. And so when we think about our clients, what are some of the assumptions that we make about people when they sit down across from us? Oftentimes, especially when it comes to sexuality, when we have a client who sits down across from us, the first thing a lot of times people assume is that this individual spouse or partner is a male or a female, depending on the client. And so you just have to allow your client to tell you who they are. So those are my key takeaways for the week. Really read the resources. When you're responding to the discussion post, keep in mind that you need to incorporate scholarly resources. And you have a case analysis due this week. I really appreciate the empathy you all show for Jeanette, and I hope that you can extend that same empathy to the case this week. It's good material, and it will be a wonderful opportunity for you to demonstrate and integrate the content of the course. Let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing your work and getting graded and back to you. Thanks.